Welcome to another After the Wreckage podcast. I'm Nathan Ross.
I'm Melissa Ross.
And today we're going to talk to you about a topic that has come up a lot in our clinic.
Yes, we apologise for the lack of podcasts lately. Life has been life.
It's all your fault. That's why you're apologising.
We've been so busy, haven't we?
Yeah, we've been really busy.
Between calls and homeschooling our daughter, it's just been non-stop. So,
so
we apologise for the big gap in
and
getting a podcast out.
And we do know that you guys actually love our podcast, so we appreciate the feedback that we get from you.
We do.
Today we're going to talk about a topic that has come up a lot in our clinic, but it's also come up a lot in people when they comment on our Facebook, Instagram, the DMs and messages, and the topic is called...
Rumination.
Now, let's set the scene, let's set the tone. So, you're looking to rebuild and repair after your relationship. Your wife's looking for healing from the trauma that you've put her through after your infidelity. You're looking to be more transparent, honest and open. However, there's a thing that's going on underneath all this. There's a current, an energy that's going on underneath all this. And there's a nervous system and trauma that's driving your wife's constant questioning. And that constant questioning leads to frustration from you because it's the same questions. That constant questioning leads to frustration from your partner because she's tired of asking the same questions. Today we're going to talk about what you need to do as the betrayer and what you need to do to help your wife through ruminating.
Yes. If you're not familiar with the term, it's basically the pattern of getting stuck with repetitive, distressing thoughts, intrusive thoughts, and the questions that lead from those intrusive thoughts.
Yeah. So we'll give you a perfect example. Your wife keeps asking the same question about what you did at a certain time on a certain night in your infidelity, whether it's in, you went to a hotel. What hotel was it? And you could say that we didn't sleep over. Okay, you didn't sleep over at the hotel. You just went to the hotel for food. She will keep questioning you about whether you slept over or not. And no matter what you try to do or no matter what you try to say to convince your wife, she will be stuck in this mode of wanting to know the truth because she feels there's more truth. Now, let's be really honest. You in a hotel room saying you never did anything, let's be real, that could be a lie. However, what if it wasn't a lie? What if that was the truth? What if your partner is convinced that you did more than you actually did? And this is what we're here to talk about today, because your job is not to convince your partner about what you didn't do or whether you are telling the truth. Your job is to help understand after your betrayal what you need to do in order to help her through this situation.
Yeah. And it's a very common but painful symptom and pattern after infidelity. Yeah. And lots of women do get stuck in this ruminating phase of getting really caught up on the detail. And I feel like we've worked with a lot of couples where they feel really stuck because she's constantly saying there's more to it. He's saying, I've told you everything. Where do you go from there? Yeah. It's a bit of a roadblock.
It becomes a bit of a gridlock,
yeah,
doesn't it? And a roadblock. And what tends to happen after the gridlock and roadblock is couples can't move on. And so we're going to give you the man that's caused the infidelity, but also we're going to use some understanding from the betrayed wife, the spouse, about how to recognise it, but also for you, the man who's betrayed, what you can do. We're going to give you 5 pointers to help guide your partner through this journey, because it's a journey that's hard.
It is. And ultimately the focus has got to be not from what the man is talking about. It's not going to be words. The focus isn't going to be on the words, and we'll explore why. Yeah.
So first off, number one, and we've wrote a few notes down because always we like to keep on track. Otherwise we could just talk and go off down any valley we want to. We're very good at that. Yeah. Number one, be honest and transparent to rebuild trust. Now, we have a lot of men that come and individually, but as couples, and they want to fix the relationship.
Yeah.
And my first answer to all this is you're not here to fix the relationship. You're here to understand your impact, but understand yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. And what we've also come from a place of is that most of the time, when your partner's in this position of asking the same questions, you are looking to answer the questions when really you're not there to convince her. You're looking to understand what's behind the questions he's asking. What's the emotional drive and why she keeps bringing up the same question over and over again? What does she need from you to build trust and feel safe? So rather than trying to answer the question, because you're here all day, answered the question. I've answered the question.
And it will be like a tennis match.
Yeah.
She asks the question, you give the answer that you believe is the truth, or that is the truth.
Yeah.
She doesn't believe you, she throws the question back to you, and it just becomes like a game of tennis.
Yeah. So what you're looking to do for number one is rebuild and transparency and honesty. You're looking to actually rebuild trust. So how do you rebuild trust when your partner is ruminating on this same question or the scenario? It's being consistent with your answer. That's number one. But also number two, understanding what's going on for her. How can I build trust to help her understand? What do I need to understand is going on for her at this moment in time? And being transparent and being honest, not just giving some stupid, silly answers to shut them up, but being transparent, honest from a place of, if you don't know, be honest. I don't know the answer. Can I come back to you after I've thought about it?
Because in some cases of infidelity, it may have been a long, long time ago. And not that that's an excuse, but for the person who has done the betraying, it might be difficult to piece those levels of detail together if it was a long time ago. Yeah. So that can't be a spur of the moment answer. That needs to have some thought process behind it to give a clear and concise answer.
Yeah. And when we talk about rebuilding trust, it's about for the man who's causing infidelity to stop hiding. Okay, you've really got to think about, am I hiding behind a mask? Am I hiding behind the trick or truth? Am I hiding behind manipulation? Or am I being fully honest, engaged and transparent in what I need to understand from my betrayed partner?
And as much as those answers and those words are so important, the next couple of things that we're going to discuss are actually even more pivotal.
Yeah.
Because these are the things that are really going to show your change of character over the period of time that you're trying to rebuild.
Yeah. Number two, validating her emotional reality and stop rushing her.
Yeah.
How many men do we how many men do we talk to, or how many men do I talk to? And it's, Nathan, the big question that you always ask is, how long is this going to go on for?
Yeah, because it can feel exhausting. It can feel like you're drowning in it. It can feel like it's constant, repetitive.
Yep.
We're on a hamster wheel that neither of us can get off of because we're not actually experiencing anything else other than the betrayal in the relationship. Then there's no joy outside of talking about this. Yep. There's no real reality. There's no living. This becomes all too consuming.
Yeah. And when it all comes out, and on this journey of looking to rebuild and repair, the betrayed partner can actually become emotionally flooded with all these emotions that are going on for her. I love this man, but this man's caused me lots of pain and trauma. Yeah. I love this man, but along the way of this journey, there's been so many things, even before the infidelity, that has highlighted the bigger picture. And now I see the red flags for what they truly are without questioning or self-doubt. So it's about understanding that your wife is going to have lots of emotions flooding in herself, but also that she's going to become hypervigilant. Do you want to explain what hypervigilance is all about?
It's where your nervous system is at a state of heightenedness where you feel like everything is danger. So you're looking out for landmines everywhere, and you're really, really aware of the fact that every situation, there could be danger or pain behind it. Yeah.
So when we're talking about when your wife is going through rumination, then what we're actually talking about is she's looking to not be blindsided. So she's constantly asking the same questions over and over again. So if something is truthful to come out of your mouth or your actions, she recognises it before it happens.
It's a state of self-preservation.
Yeah. So part of what you can do to help her through this is actually to look from a place of letting her express herself without defending yourself.
Giving her space for her feelings and not putting a timeline on how long this is going to be. There's nothing more frustrating than to hear from the betrayed side that your partner is putting a timeline on your healing, essentially. Well, I don't know if I want to do this forever. It's been a year, it's been 2 years. How long are we going to keep doing this for?
Yeah.
When actually that pain that sits with you will never fully disappear. It will always be there in the background. And all that we have to learn to do is to manage it and to minimise it over time. Yeah. And it will naturally minimise over time, but having control over those intrusive thoughts, having control over how you share and show up with your partner when it comes to triggers and things like that. So that pain will never truly disappear, but we don't want it to.
No, we don't. And on top of that, we also want your wife to feel that she can express her feelings without being shut down, without feeling that she can't. Because that's probably what she felt like before the infidelity anyway.
Yeah.
So it's really important that you allow safe space, a safe environment. A lot of couples use us to have these safe conversations. So we are looking to help guide them through this journey. But it's really important that you really start coming from a place of validating her emotional safety and understanding her emotionally as well. So that's number 2.
Yeah.
Number 3, the most obvious one, but we've put it in here. Create consistency and predictability in your actions. Predictability is the biggest.
And this kind of links onto what we spoke about at the beginning, that it's not so much about what you say, it's about what you do.
Yeah. Because when we talk about predictability, you've got to become more aware, okay? More aware of yourself, but more aware of your partner and what her needs are. What triggers are coming up for her? When we talk about ruminating and they're coming from a place of consistently asking you the same questions and consistently looking for the details in your story. What we're actually talking about from a place of consistency is being consistent with your same story, but also rather than waiting for her to come and talk to you and ask you questions, offering yourself to your partner and saying, do you want to have a talk tonight? Because I've noticed you've gone quiet today. Is there anything you want to ask me?
Yeah.
And being from a place of predictability that I know if my husband sees me in a nervous state or in a triggered state, he's going to come to me and ask me how I am.
Yeah, it's basically becoming dependable, which you weren't before.
Yeah.
You weren't before. And that's going to help your nervous system relax, or her nervous system relax, because when you're unpredictable, that doesn't provide the grounding and the anchorment for the betrayed who's spiralling and ruminating out of control.
Yeah. One of the big things we had in our relationship when I was going through my affair, when I was going through my affair, was the just get up and go. I'm away this weekend. Oh, what are you doing? I'm working. And that used to bring a lot of triggers for you, didn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
And so when you talk about predictability, it's having a routine and structure that you can give your wife. We talk to couples about creating a shared calendar. If you're a businessman, high value man, it's that predictability in knowing where she knows where you are on the calendar and you sticking to it, having a morning routine that you get up and do what you need to do in order so she knows. Small rituals.
Consistent action,
small rituals, because your wife's brain is going to be constantly looking.
And if you say to your partner that you are going to be available for check-ins and things like that, a real big roadblock again for couples that we work with is the lack of consistency in the man organising or being forthcoming in giving the woman the opportunity to have those check-ins.
That allows it, doesn't it?
Yeah. And sometimes that can come from a place of they're afraid to open that box, which we never want to be afraid to do, because when we have this fear of opening the box and opening up those conversations about the infidelity, we're keeping a lid on it, which means we're not fully healing because we're not having the chance to express how we feel.
Yeah. And from a ruminating point of view, your wife needs to feel that you, as the person who's betrayed, is willing to come and open the box and walk her through that in a safe way without her feeling like she has to fill pieces of the puzzle.
Yeah. And in order to get over it, which I know a lot of men would love to happen, we need to get it out.
Yeah.
So it's not so much getting over it as it is getting it out and having that safe space to talk about it.
Definitely. Number 4, discourage rumination by redirecting attention to the present and actionable change. This is a big one. Now, we say a thing in our couples call. She will only base you, the man who's caused infidelity, and your behaviour and actions on the man she sees today and the man in the past.
Yeah.
So she can only make a judgment, your partner who you've hurt and caused trauma and pain to, can only make a decision on what she sees in the present today and what you've done in the past.
Yeah.
She can't see what you're going to do. She can't see what you think about you're going to help your wife in the future do. She can only make a decision on what you present now and in the past.
And as much as you might have a great intention that you know, as the betrayer, you're never going to repeat this behaviour, and you know that you're changing, and you know that you're never going to do these things again, your wife doesn't have that same assurity. Because she can only go off of how you're presenting to her at the moment, and also all of the past history of you not showing up for her, of you not being consistent with your action, of telling lies, trickle truth in. So it doesn't matter how long your affair went on for, there'll be periods of time in your past where she couldn't rely on you.
Yeah. And so what you're looking to do from a man that's betrayed is, from the man who's done, the betrayer, is start thinking about how am I showing up for my wife as a different man? Okay, because if she's what will happen most of the time is that she will start basing a lot of her thinking and her actions on the man that's caused the infidelity, because that's what you've done. You've opened a wound, you've caused trauma, and so she will start basing a lot of her thought patterns and a lot of her thoughts and feelings on the man that's caused the infidelity. Your job in the present is to show her the man that's changed, that's transformed, and continues to transform. So every day you're looking to show behaviours, understanding and awareness of the new you. And that's what we take these men through on a rebuilding journey, because what you're looking to do is keep your wife feel safe, calm, and seen by your transformation.
Definitely. And from the betrayed's point of view, something that you can do when you feel like you're stuck in that situation of ruminating and intrusive negative thoughts is to try and shift your focus from the past to the present. Yeah. So if your partner is showing up right now, he is doing all the right things, that doesn't mean that you can't be angry at the previous past version of him, but try and bring yourself back to what your reality is now. Yeah. So I understand that these thoughts and these triggers are from the past version of my partner. But now he's showing up differently. We don't know if he's going to show up in the future that way, but there's no point worrying about what's going to happen in the future. Right now, how is he showing up for me? Yeah. And if he's doing all of the right things, it's really important to try and distinguish between the past and the present. That's going to make you feel safe in that moment. What we need to try and do as well is not put such a high expectation of ourselves to be worrying about what the future looks like. Yeah. Day by because day. A lot of this healing when it comes to betrayal is day by day. If you feel safe in that moment, if you feel safe in that day, that's a win. That's progress. Yeah. Doesn't mean to say that you're regressing if the next day you're having a day where you feel a bit hopeless and shut off and you just need some peace. That's also part of the process. But a really important tip that I would give you from, again, a person who's been through this is to really try and make that distinction between the past version of your partner that was showing up in all the wrong ways versus how is he showing up for me right now? He might not be getting it perfect, but I'm safe in this moment. Yeah. And these thoughts do not have a control over me. I'm not going to allow them to have a hold over me because in this moment I am safe. Yeah. Yes, in the past I wasn't, but now I am. Yeah.
So we're talking about redirecting the attention from the past version to the present version.
And that's going to really ground you in that moment. Yeah, definitely. So you don't spiral.
Good advice. And number 5, seek professional support and I love this one because we were chatting to a couple the other day about self-care.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
One of the biggest setbacks and the biggest brick walls in overcoming infidelity is that it consumes both of you, doesn't it?
And also, just to add on from that, we can become, from the betrayer's point of view, you can become so focused on wanting to fix the person that you've hurt that you're actually neglecting your own needs in the process. How can you show up as your best version of yourself for your partner when you're not filling your own cup? You can't pour from an empty cup.
And so it's a balance. To be honest, it's like art, because as a man, you've got to start transforming to becoming a leader for your wife, but also a leader for yourself. And when we talk about self-care, so many betrayed partners forget looking after themselves because they're so consumed by this, and it's everything they talk about, but also it's everything they live in. So the environment, their house, is where all the triggers are. They don't leave the house because they're worried about, I know, certain things that's going on, or they do the same thing. The partner comes in from work. It consumes both of them. And having a self-care package and being able to have short-term distractions in the day that make you feel good is so important. We talked to one woman the other day about just going for a 15, 20 minutes walk a day, doing some meditation, doing some grounding, doing something that distracts you and your mindset. We talked to one guy about him actually, rather than being distracted and focusing on trying to heal his wife and himself, get back into having fun with his children, because he'd lost that time and that space about wanting to be the family dad because he was so much pressure. And I'm guessing that he was so laser focused on helping his wife and himself rebuild this, he lost connection with the children.
Yeah.
And so it's doing things that actually fill your cup up together, but also separately.
The fear, and I'm speaking from the betrayer's point of view, I think a fear from a betrayer is, oh, but if I prioritise my self-care, then she's going to think that she's not the priority. But actually, it can be very counterintuitive and counterproductive to your rebuild if you try and put 150% into your partner. She's not going to want to see you neglecting yourself because that's not you actually becoming this new version of yourself that you need to be. So there is a place for both.
Yeah.
You can still prioritise your relationship and your wife and her needs at the same time as you're prioritising yourself. It could just be an hour a week that you focus on yourself. It could be, half an hour a day that you say, I'm going to do this half an hour, whatever it is a day, just to fill my own cup back up.
Yeah. The key in this is getting clarity through communication. Okay. This is what I feel like. This is what I think I need to do. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah.
Vice versa. I feel like I'm just being consumed daily by ruminating about this affair and what's going on. I feel like I need to do something to distract me, have a pattern interrupt. This is what I need to do. But the key is both having clarity on why you're doing it and then communicating with each other about it.
Yeah. What we don't want to happen is all of these questions that come from the rumination almost add fuel to the fire.
And then it consumes you even more.
What we don't want to do is keep adding extra logs to the fire so that you're burning away and not actually ever having any type of healing.
Yeah.
And that's a really dangerous path that lots of women that I've spoken to do go down, and I've been there myself. One thought leads to another, leads to 1,000 unanswered questions. And actually, the more that we overthink about them, it doesn't give us any more peace.
No.
Over worrying, overthinking, all of the over words don't actually give us any more peace. So that's not to say that the detail and the information that you need to know about the affair isn't important, but sometimes we can get really stuck on the detail and think, is this actually helping me? Is this helping my healing? Or am I just spiralling here with no closure?
And I think there's two factors to why couples get stuck trying to rebuild and repair that and heal their relationship. Number one, the guy focuses on the behaviour. So he's just focusing on all the behaviour things, open phone, emails, find my location, rather than coming from a place of understanding his impact. And number two, the woman stuck in ruminating about the situation, about the infidelity in the affair, and all the stories that come with that, seeking to ask lots of questions, thinking the more questions that she gets answered, the more she can move on.
And also, the more likely it is that the behaviour isn't going to repeat itself. The more information that I get, the less likely that this is to happen to me again. And is that actually the truth? Is that actually factual?
Sometimes it's not.
I'd argue that most of the time it isn't. The more information you have is never going to guarantee your partner not straying again.
And so you both have, and I know it sounds really bizarre saying you both have responsibilities, but
you absolutely do.
In the rebuilding, he needs to rebuild himself. You need to heal. He needs to help you heal. But you also both have a responsibility in understanding that we're actually both stuck in this situation. Nothing I can do, or maybe there's more I can do with the things that we've given you. But then it's also for your partner to say, I'm really stuck in this question. And I know you've given me the same answers. However, none of your answers are helping. What do we need to do? What do I need to do? What does he need to do? Because when you think about before the infidelity, it was all about I, you. When you're looking to rebuild and repair after infidelity and heal this relationship, it comes from a place of us and time.
Definitely.
And there we have it. Top 5 ways in helping you overcome and better your relationship due to ruminating issues after infidelity. Guys, we want to appreciate you for all you do in our YouTube channel, for your comments. As always, appreciate the follows, the likes and subscribes. So please click that button to subscribe. Please drop a comment, ask us a question. We have our live Q&A session, which is on the 6th of December at 9 p.m. UK time. We also have got one place left for our 31st of Jan one-day couples retreat for me and Mel to guide you through a day of healing, rebuilding, repairing, and giving you tools to take away in helping you overcome infidelity. And last but not least, we just want to say thank you for following us on Instagram and Facebook, for all the shares, comments. And if you're looking to book in with us, click the link below in our description, and we'll hopefully see you on a Zoom to help guide you through as well. So thank you for watching After the Wreckage podcast. I'm Nathan Ross.
I'm Melissa Ross.
And we will see you soon.
Bye, guys.